Hey, we're at 1839 Montrose. I'm going to do a quick video run through. This is where for the exterior. This is where the mailbox used to be. Around all this jumbled up mess. Definitely need to clear all this out. Up here on the right side, close to the property line, got lots of just undergrowth that needs to be where we could access this driveway just a little bit better. Several things probably need to be addressed under here, and it goes pretty far back all the way through down the side of this house. I'm walking down the side and you just barely can access from the fence. You can see right through there and through the neighbor's privacy fence. All this is just overgrowth. Like I said, you hardly get through there. We've got all this growth that's growing up the side of the house, vines. This is pretty much all around the house. A little bit of debris removal right here. A few things definitely right here. And when I come back out to the front, we got like a little small island right here. Look like a couple little different bushes, flowers or something that needs to be weeded out and probably just be gone. Removal of that one tree, definitely. I'm not sure, probably leave that tree, but remove everything else in this area right here. You got this huge holly bush. I would really hate to see that thing gone. It just needs to be cleaned up, because you see your sidewalk here going to the front door. I would just definitely address that. Get some of this other undergrowth right here. All this looks like we got a little small needle type of cedar growing in there. We might need to address with all this undergrowth right here, which is would be on this property, to be addressed. And if we can weed this out and try to trim it up, this actually might look real nice. Some growth here. You've got this one tree. It's got some limbs touching the top of the roof up there. Again, here we go with the vines again. Right here we got this window. I'd like to address these windows. There's a few of them throughout the house that have cranks on them. I don't know if we're going to replace those or what. But again, you see the vines growing through here. Growth. We've got a pipe system right here for drainage that goes all the way from the front of the house up there. And it pretty much comes right down through here. And it stops right here into an opening, right into this pathway, walkway opening. Walk through the back. Again, right here alongside the fence. A few little old tools that's been left out to weather, with lots of clearing. Tons of landscaping is what I see here. Possibly address. Not sure where this property line goes. I'd probably trim this up. Leave it where it is maybe, but trim it up for sure. Over here, we got some more growth. Lots of growth back here. There was a tree that got down over here and apparently knocked down this metal pergola and laid it down, but can't really access that area. But a lot of growth, overgrowth out here. Got a couple of nice cedars right there. I'd probably leave. Just cut down all this undergrowth here in this area, and definitely address over here on this side of the other side here. Lots and lots of undergrowth. There's probably a good 15 foot worth of cutting all through that area to get to the property line. Leave this one little water oak tree. And again, here's the other side on this part right here. And here's your growth. All this in the back. Growing up all on the walls. There's the back porch right there. If you look, there's a grill. A few things items that need to be removed off of that. But definitely cleaned up around this whole patio area right there. And then we got, really hard to tell. A lot of the soffit looks good. Some fascia looks okay. Won't be able to really tell until we get all this stuff pulled off. But we got this area, which again you see all the growth coming up, growing up the walls, which all needs to be removed, and all this undergrowth. There's an air conditioning unit back in there. If you're real careful, you can see it right in there. Air conditioning unit. There's just lots of growth back here. Going into this, well, I would assume be the mechanical room. There's a couple of pumps laying right here. So apparently this thing has a tendency of flooding out a lot. Old water heater, new water heaters in place. It is gas. Like I said, lots and lots of debris that needs to be removed from underneath here. And if you look right here, there's an area, there's a hole right in the ground, right there. That's where the sump pump would be to drain the water that builds up apparently down here. Apparently this is pretty much a common practice over in this area. If you look, like I said, all this looks like a workbench. I don't know if you want to leave it or not. With file cabinets, still got a key. Definitely some wood, shingles laying on the floor, a few exterior chairs, a window case that's rotted out at the bottom, other wood, some poles back yonder. This big old ottoman right here is in fairly nice shape. A bunch of drawers just kind of laid up here. Nothing seems to be in them, but it's still items to be questionable. A wheelchair, but for the most part, everything looks really good. Insulation, I don't know as far as what you had on some of these ductwork, but it looks like everything's been pulled loose off of it. If that's something that definitely needs to be addressed for the future homeowner. But you can see all this. There is no insulation up underneath this floor system whatsoever. I don't know, what y'all calling for, but if you look, even in this area right here, I think I determined it was a 32 by 14 area that just in this mechanical room that's not insulated. Lots of lumber that's been apparently stored away, kept over here. Remove of all that. There might be some pieces in there of tongue and groove that we can use to address a couple of issues inside the house, which would probably be pretty nice if we could make it work. Like again, ductwork. All that ductwork is all exposed. No insulation around any of it. So it's not, we're going to be kind of defeating the purpose if we, with air conditioner, if we don't cover all that stuff back up. But I think that's about it for what I've got for the exterior.